Hello dear viewers and welcome to T-World. Kindly hit the subscribe button and we will be on our way. In today's news, the previous president and his posse directed a trick to swindle the U.S. What's more, they did a second scheme to deter the elements of the public authority, both prosecutable wrongdoings against individuals of the United States. It is one thing to run through a rundown of things that demonstrate there was a president frantic to clutch power. Yet it is very something else to have evidence that serious violations were committed to do that wish. The Mueller test preceding Trump's most memorable prosecution recorded a wide range of things the organization did. Yet since it was a Justice Department examination obligated to a bad Justice Department constrained by Trump's deputies, it went no place. There were various requires a free legislative examination, including by People's World, right after the Jan.6, 2021. Assault on the Capitol, presently. At last, the country is going to become familiar with the consequences of a test by such a free, bipartisan legislative examination. To demonstrate a wrongdoing was carried out one necessitates both verification of the actual demonstration and confirmation of purpose. The House Board, alongside the country's press and previous and current administrators, have both demonstrating goal to swindle the U.S. There existed a conspiratorial gathering around the president that plainly embarked to upset a free and fair political race. Their motivation was to sabotage the decision of the citizens. And they made explicit moves to achieve that, demonstrating their purpose to discourage the elements of government. They did an arrangement to stop certificate of the vote and a further arrangement to subvert the Justice Department. Trump, his legal counselor Jan.6, and representatives inside the Justice Department worked in a planned style to accomplish this point. The public authority's ordinary capacity after each public political decision is to complete a quiet progress of force, with the VP ensuring the electing votes. Indeed, even before any of the destructive savagery followed on Jan.6, a portion of the most obviously terrible wrongdoings against individuals had proactively been perpetrated, the getting sorted out of elective records of balloters. Calls to state authorities requesting that they find extra Trump votes, endeavors areas of strength for to GOP state authoritative bodies into tossing out well-known votes. And numerous different wrongdoings give obvious evidence of the wrongdoing of blocking the elements of government. This is significant in light of the fact that after the Mueller report was given before the primary Trump reprimand, the conservative mantra was that no genuine wrongdoings had been perpetrated. This time, the verification of genuine prosecutable wrongdoing is there. And ideally, after the hearings starting Thursday, it will be obvious to the whole country. The early evening broadcast hearings beginning this week will uncover an expansive and extended scheme. Both previously and during the Jan.6 overthrow endeavor drove by Oval Office tenant Donald Trump to hold him in power illegally. The hearings start at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on June 9th and will go through a lot of June, with one special case. Trump's amplifier, Fox News, significant organizations will convey the initial meeting live. Fox has consigned the broadcast to its business station. On link, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, D. Calif, named the 9-part panel after Senate Republicans, submitting to Trump orders, impeded the production of a politically adjusted 15-man 9/11-style insightful commission with summoned powers. House Minority Leader McCarthy, R. Calif, who could become Speaker in the event that the Republicans win a greater part this November, attempted to stack the Republican side of the Select Board with the most crazy Trumpites. Pelosi rejected them. She named Reps. Liz Cheney, R. Wyam, and Adam Kinzinger, R. Ill, to join the 7 Democrats. The 2 Republicans casted a ballot to denounce Trump for prompting the intrusion. The board will present beforehand concealed material reporting the January 6th rebellion, get observer declaration, see extra hearings, and furnish people in general with a rundown of its discoveries about the planned multi-step work to upset the consequences of the 2020 official political decision and forestall the exchange of force. Its chief said in a proclamation, the Board of Trustees has tracked down proof of purposeful preparation and planned movement. Part Rep. Jamie Raskin, DMD, a protected regulation teacher and lead House examiner of Trump's second reprimand preliminary, told Washington Post questioner Lee Ann Caldwell in a broadcast Q and a June 6 examiners, referring to Trump's discourse to the intruders before their walk on Capitol Hill, say he induced the insubordination. Trump's group, including racial oppressor Steve Bannon and legal counselors John Eastman and Rudy Giuliani, in addition to a top Justice Department official who arranged to seek after non-existent extortion had Trump named him acting attorney general, attempted to complete the arrangement to oust the protected course of counting and confirming the discretionary votes. The trespassers disturbed that count for quite a long time. The possibility that this was all a raucous showing that unexpectedly got a smidgen crazy is ludicrous. Raskin said of reasons numerous Trumpite legislative Republicans offer. You don't nearly push over the U.S. government unintentionally. To be sure, he said after the last 2016 official discussion that he would acknowledge the outcomes. On the off chance that I win, and he talked electoral misrepresentation. As well, CNN announced, in the initial 2020 discussion with Democratic candidate Joe Biden, Trump wouldn't focus on regarding the political decision results, rather cautioning of a take. Then, at that point, he told the white patriot Proud Boys, an unmistakable gathering among the later Trumpite intruders, to stand back and hold on. Their chiefs have since been among the 800 or more individuals captured and prosecuted for the intrusion. Many have confessed. That's what Trumpites reject or have significantly more savage responses. Yet, genuflection to Trump's taken political decision mantra is currently a litmus test for a larger part of Republican office holders, up-and-comers, and party authorities from one coast to another. The most recent, a Trumpite takeover of the Republican Board of Trustees in Florida's most crowded region, Miami-Dade. What's more, one of the most exceedingly terrible political race deniers is the Republican chosen one, a state representative for Pennsylvania lead representative. Trump himself put squeeze on neighborhood political decision authorities. Outstandingly, however, not exclusively Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, to find him enough famous votes to swing states into his segment. At the point when that fizzled, the board will uncover Trump and his secrecy concocted different plans, bested by having Vice President Mike Pence void the constituent votes of 7 key states Biden won. Pence declined. That wasn't Donald Trump attempting to stop political decision misrepresentation. Sometime before the Jan.6 attack, Raskin remarked, that was Donald Trump attempting to commit political race extortion. They were attempting to emerge votes that didn't exist. Trump knew ahead of time that one method for halting Biden's success was to substitute Trump voters in key Republican-run swing states, giving Trump the success. He drifted that arrangement. One more was to have Pence invalidate an adequate number of votes to toss the political decision into the U.S. House. And that's what Trump drifted, as well. He needed to control the Constitution to keep himself in the Oval Office. In the House, casting a ballot would be one state, one vote, and Trump would have won 26 of the 50 designations and votes. Biden would have won the rest, with the exception of uniformly parted Pennsylvania. Be that as it may, Pence would not invalidate the electing votes and said as much, freely, on the morning of Jan.6, his choice to submit to the Constitution. Not Trump finished those two plans. One unnerving piece of proof recently unveiled yet lost in the pile of different information the Board of Trustees and the press uncovered. Trump's previous national security advisor, Michael Flynn, encouraged Trump to hold onto all the Democratic machines and rerun the political race, to guarantee the previous Oval Office tenant won. Furthermore, to ensure he remained in office thereafter, Flynn asked Trump to pronounce military regulation, and he thought about it. We will recount the tale of an intrigue to upset the 2020 official political decision and block the exchange of force, said Raskin. This is a remarkable and extraordinary occasion in our set of experiences. You truly need to return to the Civil War to comprehend anything like it. He added, not referencing the Trumpite intruders of the Capitol displayed a Confederate banner inside it. The genuine renegades of 1861 to 65 never did as such. You realize the Confederates never rejected that Abraham Lincoln had really won the political decision, he said. They simply needed to withdraw from the Union. Yet, here we had a work to lie about who won the political decision and afterward a deliberate multi-step work to upset the consequences of the political decision, upheld by.
If you made it to the end of the video, kindly hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. It helps the channel.